they shook, hey, got me shook. Pulling back the curtain by myself, take a look, hey. I'm a bar spitter, I'm a hard hitter. Yeah, I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dart. I'm a wig splitter, I'm a tall figure. I'm an unforgiving wild dog. Something wrong with him, got him all bitter. I'm a bill printer, I'm a grave digger. Yeah, I am what I am. I don't have no time for no misunderstandings again. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. Don't never stop. Future took the business and ran it for me. I let Ollie take the aisle, told him brand it for me. I get 2 million a pop and that's standard for me. Like I went blind, dog, you gotta hand it to me. Gotta give me that, dog. Prayed, then I prayed again, baby. Had a moment, but it came and went. You don't wanna play with him, no. There'll be morning you like 8 a.m. Pinky ring till I get a wedding ring. Whoa, yeah. Love my brothers, cut them in on anything, please. And you know it's King Slime, Drizzy, damn. Whoa, yeah. She just said I'm bad, I hit the thizzle dance, Mac Drake. Either hand is the upper hand, yeah. Got a bubble on my other hand, whoa, yeah, yeah. Ain't no 100 bands, no. Palace look like Buckingham. Bill so big, I call him Williams for real. Reasons to go crazy, got a trillion for real. They been trying me, but I'm resilient for real. I can go in public like civilian for real. And I'll hardly take offense. Money for revenge, man, that's hardly an expense. I'll hammer checks off of all of my events. I like all the profit, man, I hardly do percents. A big part of me resents that I knew from when I started in it. They see what I got, and man, it's hard to be content. Got going on, I gotta represent. Hey. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. Don't never stop. This the flow that got the block hot, got super hot.
Test, test. Put the mic down and talk.
Hi.
All right, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
It's too static. I can't hear anything.
Oh, okay. You're on the air right now. We're on the air, so don't yell.
Static.
It is? All right. Well, I don't know what else I can do, buddy.
Yeah, I can't.
All right, folks, good morning. Welcome to day 4. We have finally made it to day 4, 2022 New England Swimming Senior Championship. Sorry for you got to hear a little behind the scenes action. I got my daughter Avery here with me this morning, helping out, and she wanted to listen in, but we're getting a little static on her headset, so she's just going to be here helping out. Welcome to the 2022 New England Senior Championships, day 4, fourth and final day here at the Catherine Moran Coleman Aquatic Center here on the campus of Brown University. It's been a great 3 days thus far. We're in our 4th and final day, which is very exciting. I mean, you know, I would do this for weeks and weeks upon a time, but like I said earlier in the meet, my voice was tapered for a 2-day meet, and we're in a 4-day meet. So the voice wasn't totally tapered and ready to go, but we should have a great day today. Starting off with
Still missing one timer from Phoenix. We need one timer from Phoenix to start the meet.
All right, so we're missing a timer from Phoenix. We need one timer from Phoenix to start the meet. We'll start off this morning with the women's 200 IM. I think there are distance events today. You know, shame on me. My heat sheet only shows, good morning. Heat sheet only shows the 2 IM, the 1 free, and the 2 back. I think there are distance events today. Let me try and pull this up on the computer. They're trying to get the pool cleared in order to get started on time here this morning, and we will. We've been getting started perfectly every session so far. All right, so let's see, folks. What do we got this morning? Do we have the I think my daughter told me there was the 1,000. All right, so there is the 1,500 freestyle for women and 800 for men. So the 1,500 is the mile. So I don't have that on my heat sheet. That's not been printed on the heat sheet, so we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens with that. Hope everyone had a good night. It was back to mediocrity and actually a big steaming pile of you-know-what for the Red Sox last night. Getting absolutely demolished by the Yankees, 14-1. That was not fun to see. That was not fun. Fortunately, I've been so tired. What's up, Doug? I've been so tired from these meets that I basically finish, go home, eat dinner, and I go right to bed. And, you know, I'll flip the Red Sox-Yankees on, and in the 5th inning, I think it was already 8-1, so it was a little rough. It was definitely a little rough. So Final day. Again, I've been teasing a big announcement that we have for the 11 to 14 age groups next weekend, because I will be back here Thursday night for the start of 11 to 14 age groups. I have a pretty big announcement for that coming up. Maybe I'll let the cat out of the bag today. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wait till tonight. So we'll see. But I think any of you with children swimming in the 11 to 14 age groups next week will be very happy, and you'll be all about the live stream. Let's get some engagement this morning, though, in the live chat, folks. We had some good engagement yesterday, so we had Coach Eileen Hall from St. Michael's up in Vermont. We did a nice, probably 20 to 30-minute interview with her. She gave some great insight into, you know, the recruiting process, kind of anything and everything. So chill with the tape. So it was very good. We'll see what college coaches are in attendance today. If we get someone, maybe we can have someone jump on the broadcast during the mile, if we can get our audio issues worked out. Avery was telling me that we had quite a bit of static, which we never want to have static, but sometimes the equipment just does not do what you want it to do, folks. Pool is clear. We're waiting for our PA announcer, Caitlin Grant, to kick us off this morning. Swimmers are all behind the blocks and ready to go.
Hello and welcome to the Sunday morning session of the 2022 New England Swimming Senior Championships, hosted by Gator Swim Club Seekonk at the Catherine Moore and Coleman Aquatic Center on the campus of Brown University. This morning, we will have heats of the 200 IM, the 100 free, and the 200 backstroke. We will take a break, a 10-minute warm-up break after the 100 free, and again before we begin the heats of the 1500 and the 800. This morning is event number 29, the women's 200 IM.
So 200 IM, our first event this morning. You see your lane assignments on the screen. There will be 10 heats. Elizabeth Beisel holds all of the records for New England for the 200 IM. She owns the 15, 16, 17, 18, and the open record. 2:10.75 is her fastest time. That was in the 2011. So think about that. That record has held in New England swimming for 11 years. As I look at our 10th heat here, our fastest qualifier is Eliza Brown at 2:18. So she is 8 seconds off that 2:10 time. So I don't know. I think Elizabeth's record is safe. We'll see. We are off and running. Final day for 2022 New England Senior Championships. They're hosted by Gator Swim Club Seekonk. Big thank you to Brown University and all of our volunteers that have made this possible. 200 IM. One length of the pool for each of the strokes. They'll start out with the butterfly. They'll move over to backstroke, which they have done now, and Amalia Guerra in lane 4 is your leader from Bluefish. They'll switch over to breaststroke, and they'll finish up with freestyle. So for those 400 and 200 IMers, 400 was yesterday. They're going to be very happy. Actually, 400 was it Friday? The days have molded together. Allison Brenner from Crimson leading the way right now at the halfway mark. 1:10.17 for Brenner. Jennifer McGrail second. Amalia Guerra third. Maggie Holland in fourth. Keep an eye on Holland. She is a breaststroker, so I would expect her to make up some time here and get into contention for that lead. Looks like she's currently running third to Allison Brenner from Crimson. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast here this weekend. We'll have the senior ceremony tonight. The senior ceremony will announce all of the graduating seniors, and they'll, talk about the college they're going to. I know there's a couple awards that are going to be handed out. Holland did move up to second. It's still Allison Brenner, though, leading the way. Here comes Jennifer McGrail from Charles River as they've moved over into the freestyle. Who's with me this morning here on the live stream? Jump into the live chat right below. I'd love to know who's here, who you're rooting for, what questions you have, comments. What would you like to hear about or see as you watch Allison Brenner take our opening heat? 2:32.10. McGrail takes second, Holland third. We'll move into heat number 2. Carmen Bunt in lane 1. It's Elena Dudkina in lane 2. McKenna Murray in lane 3. Madeline Morosky in lane 4. Caitlin Lacey in 5. Allison Bragg in lane 6. It's Katie Tesson in lane 7. And Fiona Wang in lane 8. So all of the swimmers in the first heat swam the 2IM as a bonus. So as you know, there are qualifying cuts you need to make for seniors. If you do make a qualifying cut, you can swim bonus events, but the bonus events also have a cut. So you have to make a bonus cut. In this heat, Carmen Bunt and Fiona Wang are swimming as bonus swimmers. And excuse me, lane 2 is open, so no Elena Dukina. McKenna Murray, 17 years old from Charles River, leading the way. It's built up a pretty good lead here. Solid backstroker. Murray, the tall 17-year-old. Believe she used to be on Gators North, now a Charles River swimmer. I think that was going back maybe a couple years. But regardless, McKenna Murray leading the way here in our second heat. Katie Tesson moves up from 4th to 2nd. It's Madeline Morosky running in 3rd right now. Morosky now has made a little bit of a catch-up play here on Murray. She's behind by less than a second. So the Charles River teammates, Murray and Morosky, battling through here. It looks like Murray should have this one. 25 meters to go. She's got about a body length lead on Morosky and Katie Tesson, who has now moved up, snuck up, vying for second in lane 7, but it will be Murray who takes it. 2:30.11 for Murray. Tesson second, Morosky third. We'll move into heat number 3. Chloe Akambi in lane 1, Alexa Lindell in lane 2, Emma Velo in lane 3, Debbie Wells in 4. It's Laura Doobie in 5, Grace Tremack in 6, Haley Pinola in 7, and Hope Zayafith is in lane number 8. Oh, we're in the live stream already. Sandra and Jeff Smith, parents of Mateo Smith from Gators. They are always ready to engage on the live stream. We appreciate that. I know there are many, many others of you out there. I got to figure out how to crack the code with the live chat and get more people to talk. Yesterday, we had a boatload of people on in the morning, and we only heard from like 4 people. But it's okay. I know some people, not really into the live chat thing. But I certainly am, and I love engagement. So if you have any questions, comments, put them into the live chat. Tell me who's out there, who you're rooting for. I'd like to keep this thing fun and engaging. It is Tremack from the Storm leading the way, followed by Chloe Akambi and Alexa Lindell from Cape Cod. 2:30.11, the fastest time so far. That was McKenna Murray from CRA through our second heat. We've moved over to the breaststroke, and it's Tremack still leading the way. Tremack still leading the way as she'll make the turn into freestyle. Chloe Akambi in lane 1, running in second. It's Laura Doobie from Charles River. Looks like she's third, but here comes Emma Velo from the Storm. So Grace Tremack, 21 years old from the Storm. She'll take it 2:27.90. Sonia Mlakar in lane 1, Naomi Bogom in 2, Hannah Lee in 3, Megan Nelson in 4. It's Jacqueline Zapagan in lane 5. Kaylin Campbell in lane 6, L. Anthony in 7, Kerry Frey in lane 8. All right, Nicole LeVake is here. No offers yet for ESPN yet, Sandra and Jeff. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for that offer. After every meet that goes by, I keep checking my email every day. Where are you, ESPN? Where are you, Fox Sports? Just kidding, of course. I do not have the pedigree or voice to be on a national platform, but I think it's okay for New England and our little niche of swimming and some of the other sports I do for the NFHS network. That's good enough for now. I got to talk to Nicole LeVake last night. Nicole's daughter, Margot, having herself a nice weekend here at Seniors from Bluefish. Bogom continues to lead the way at the halfway mark. She's followed by Anthony and Campbell. And I'm sorry, folks, we don't have Chloe Akambi, so lane 1 is open. My assistant usually gives me the hand signal when there's a lane open. My assistant's a little tired this morning. Not my mom here today. She'll be here tonight. It's my daughter, Avery. My 71-year-old mother has been here. So far we've had 2, 4, 6. This is the 7th session, and I believe she's worked with me on 5 of those 7 sessions. She'll be here again tonight. Then she'll be here with me next weekend. So if you're at Brown and you pop by and you see a rather young-looking blonde lady next to me, that's my mom. She does a great job helping me, as does Avery and my wife Jen, and everyone else who has always volunteered and asking if I need any help. Certainly always appreciate it. Kerry Frey in lane 8, Bogom in lane 2. So the Charles River contingents are really having themselves a morning with the 2IM. Bogom goes 2:31.34, Frey 2:31.52, Anthony third. We'll move on to heat 5. Heat 5 in the water. Rebecca Siegel in lane 1, Carson Ide in lane 2. It's Amelia Barron in lane 3, Caroline Cavalier in lane 4, Meredith Teague in 5, Ailette Nishikawa Gaitham, one of, I believe, 2 12-year-olds here this weekend. In 7, Sophia Dimitrik in 8. My daughter Addison is in the pool right now in lane 4. So this is where sometimes I get a little, my wife tells me when Addison's in the pool swimming, you get really quiet. Yeah, I get quiet because I got a bunch of nervous energy going through my body. Of course I do. So it's hard not to. But here we are, Rebecca Siegel from Greenwood leading the way in lane 1. It's Cavalier from Solo in 2nd in lane 5, and Abreu in 3rd. Top 3 swimmers 7/10 of a second behind. For those of you in Providence for the weekend, we hope you've had a great weekend thus far. And Abreu remains in 2nd behind Siegel. Cavalier has moved to 3rd. It's been a beautiful weekend weather-wise, and my mother, the weather woman, has told me that this week is going to be a scorcher, as she says. Jeremy, it's going to be a scorcher. Hot, hazy, humidity. So that should be fun. All right, where we got here? We got Addison Abreu maybe leading the way. Uh-oh, folks. Addison Abreu leading the way. My daughter, I don't want to jinx her. Sometimes I pull these funny things where I don't watch, like I'll look the other way, and then, hi, Malia. So Addison Abreu coming down the stretch from Gators, starting to pull away a little bit. This was her favorite event. She was pretty excited about this event this morning. She'll go a 2:29.9. Second place was Meredith Teague. Third place, Amelia Barron. So Addison Abreu, your Heat 5 winner. Heat 6 in the water. Lane 3 is open. Natalia Robach in lane 1. Margot Levesque. Here we go, Nicole. Margot's in lane 2, looking strong. Lane 3 is open. Callie Stockwell in lane 3. Charlotte Hoover in 4. Hoover's in 5. Bild is in 6. Cambria Jewett in 7. Savina Villani is in lane 8. Cambria Jewett leading the way. At this point, it was Bild at the 50 turn. Cambria Jewett now leading the way in lane 7 from the Storm. Charlotte Hoover second, Robach third. Once again, we're live at the Catherine Moran Coleman Aquatic Center, day 4 prelims of the 2022 New England Senior Championships, hosted by Gator Swim Club Seekonk. It's been a great senior championship so far. There was one heat last night, so the 100 fly final last night on the men's side, the top 5 finishers all made junior national cuts. So pretty impressive. Top 5 finishers in that heat. It was Misto, McClelland, maybe Hagar. I forget who was in third. But the top 5 swimmers all made junior national cuts. with their performance in the one fly final last night. So congratulations to all of them. That was absolutely fantastic. Charlotte Hoover has moved into first right here. Villani second. Who's third? Cambria Jewett third. And it's Hoover who takes it. Villani second, LeVake third. So Charlotte Hoover, your Heat 6 winner. We'll move into Heat 7. My back is a little itchy today. I don't know why. Trying to scratch it. I probably look like a lunatic up here, trying to scratch my own back and doing all these crazy movements. Allison, I make myself laugh, folks. Allison Roach in lane 1. Clara Bodner in lane 2. Cara Dominici in 3. It's Ruby Groves in 4. Maria Del Monte in 5. Ava Wertman in 6. Kelsa Dater in 7. Isabella Teixeira in lane 8. I'm telling you, during this break, I'm going to have to go up against, you use the old door frame trick. You walk up to a door frame and then you kind of rub your back along it. You guys know what I'm talking about. I pull that move all the time. It's fantastic. I mean, what's better than getting your back scratched, really? I mean, one of the most amazing things out there. Isabella Teixeira from United was leading the way. Right now, it looks like it's Clara Bodner in lane 2 or Maria Del Monte in lane 5. And it is Del Monte followed by Bodner and Roche. We're at the halfway mark. Heat number 7, we're moving along fast. This is the women's 2IM. This heat, Cara Dominici leading the way, followed by Allison Roach and Clara Bodner. Those are your top 3. So far, McKenna Murray with the top time, 227.90. No, excuse me, Grace Tremack with the top time, 227.90. I think we're going to see that get erased right here by Dominici. And we do. Dominici, 227.17. Del Monte, 228.69. So Dominici goes to 227.17 for your Heat 7 winner. We'll move into Heat number 8. Alden White in lane 1, Kayla Zhang in lane 2, Ella Derby in 3, Natalie Mannion in 4, Malia Amwan in 5, Katie White in 6. Lane 7 is open and lane 8 is Audrey Zhang. So I can tell you right now, this is going to be a fast heat. We have a ton of speedsters in here with Mannion, who comes in with a 218.94. So this is going to be, the last 3 heats are circle seated. So we get some real speed burners in here. Mannion leading the way in lane 4. We continue to amass the viewers here, but the live chat is still kind of dead. If you're out there, tell me who you are. I'd love to hear who's watching, who you're rooting for, what team, if you got any questions or anything. Mannion leading the way. She's followed by Amwan. So My prediction is Amwan's going to catch Mannion here during the breaststroke. I think they're going to go into the freestyle almost a dead tie. Here's my prediction. Mannion's going to have a 0.4 of a second lead. Let's see if that holds true. 0.4. Uh-oh. Here comes Amwan. Could be Amwan who has the 0.4 lead. No, it's Mannion 0.2. See, folks, you kind of start to, I can picture these things as they're playing out. So Mannion leading Amwan by 0.2. Katie White in third. This is going to be a very fast heat. So Mannion will be your winner. She'll set the fastest time for the day. 2:20.82. Really fast time. Amwan takes second. Derby takes third. We'll move into heat number 9. Irene Yang in lane 1, Alyssa Kim in lane 2, Ella Smith in lane 3. It's Ashlyn Farris in 4, Amanda Whitkiss in 5, Isabella Schneider in lane 6, Christina DiPietro in lane 7, and it's Michaela Shokareva in lane 8. This Ashlyn Farris leading the way from Bluefish right now. Farris has been in the finals in every race she has been in, and there's no surprise there. An absolute superstar here in New England, heading to North Carolina in the fall, or in another month probably. Isabella Schneider, second. Christina DiPietro, third. We'll see Eliza Brown in our next heat, who has dominated all of the breaststroke so far this weekend. Farris 1, Schneider 2. This is going to be a fast heat. So Farris is going to take this one fairly easily. She'll be followed by Schneider. We'll move into heat number 10. This is our final heat. Sophie Phelps in lane 1, Sarah Bernard in lane 2, Alexis Martino in 3. It's Eliza Brown in 4, Sydney Kang in 5, Jayla Pina in 6, Avery Lord in 7, and Victoria Novinsky rounds out the field in lane 8. Sydney Kang leading the way, followed by Martino and Eliza Brown. So they're tightly bunched here, but once we get to breaststroke, Eliza Brown will most likely start to pull away. She's in the lead right now in lane 4 from Commonwealth. So keep an eye on Brown. She leads the way, followed by Martino and Kang. I haven't looked. And as predicted, Eliza Brown leading the way. Crowd is a little quiet here this morning. I think a lot of families have been beaten into attrition with these 4 days of swimming. I think everyone is in need of some coffee in here this morning. Eliza Brown definitely drank her coffee. She's leading the way. She will be your top overall qualifier, I think. Mannion's time was 2:20.82. Nope. So Brown will be our second top qualifier, 2:21.69. Martino took second, Lord third. So we'll move into the men's 200 IM. We'll have 12 heats on the men's side. Our first heat will have lane 1 and 8 open. Jack Meekins in lane 2. Ben Connors in lane... Nope, no Jack Meekins in lane 2. So we only have swimmers in lanes 3 through 7. Ben Connors in lane 3, William Kennedy in 4, Andrei Sukhanov in 5, Derek McIntyre in 6, Peter Coleman in lane 7. The New England 15-16 record in the 2IM is held by Ryan Hardy. It was set back in 2013. The 18-year-old record was set by Nick D'Innocenzo back in 2009. That's also the New England Open record, 1:59.71. So there's top qualifier here, Josh Parent, 2:05.43. He's going to need to drop 6 seconds to get there. But with the Parent swimmers, you can never count anything out. So we wish Josh the best of luck in his pursuit of that record. Who knows? We may see a record fall today. William Kennedy continues to lead the way. He's in lane 4. He's being chased by Peter Coleman. They're your top 2. Actually, it's Sukhanov. I don't know what I was looking at there. Andrei Sukhanov, he's leading the way in lane 5. He's followed by Coleman in lane 7. So Andrei Sukhanov will be your Heat 1 winner in the men's 2IM. 2:22.44 for Sukhanov. Coleman takes second, Connors third. We'll move into heat number 2. There are your lane assignments. Leandro Balin in lane 1, Andrew Nathan 2, Dawson Milligan in 3, It's Samuel Kraft in 4, Patrick O'Connor in 5, Benjamin LaTorelle in 6, Andrew Wong in 7, and Jeffrey Kong rounds out the field in lane 8. Samuel Kraft comes in with a 2:00.30. That's a yards time. So we'll see if he can match that yards time here. So happy to hear my daughter, Addison Abreu, has made a C final tonight in the 2IM. Sorry, guys. I am a very impartial play-by-play guy. As I think you all have known, I don't cheer for my kids, like, openly, really. But, you know, in a meet like this, you get that happy feeling when you see that you go through stages. It's almost like the stages of grief, right? So when you start off, it's nervous, anxious energy. I'm sweating, I'm nervous, my heart rate's going crazy. The meet ends, good performance, and then it's like, oh, all right. I'm sure many of you know, all of you know the feeling. We all know how hard our kids work in this very demanding and grueling sport. So it is good to see when they have a little bit of accomplishments here. So we'll get you the full rundown of those 2IM finalists at some point here this morning. Probably when we have our break, I'll run through all of the finalists up to that point. Samuel Kraft from Kingfish. He's hoping to be a finalist. He'll be the winner of heat number 2. 2:18.83 for Kraft. O'Connor second, Kong third. Heat 3 in the water. Andrew Dew in lane 1, Luke Austin in 2, Thomas Denton in 3, Callum McDonald in lane 4. It's Marcel Liu in 5, Dylan Jewett in 6, Bradley Waters in 7, Campbell Hall in lane 8. Callum McDonald comes in with a 2:23.60. Marcel Liu leading the way, followed by Dylan Jewett and Bradley Waters. Again, sort of a quiet crowd here this morning at the Catherine Moran Coleman Aquatic Center here on the campus of Brown University. But there's been some great swims thus far. Should be another outstanding night of finals. Dylan Jewett is now pulled into the lead. He'll be chased closely by Luke Austin, but it will be Jewett who takes our third heat. Dylan Jewett from the Storm, 2:18.20. Austin takes second, Liu takes third. So congratulations to Dylan Jewett, our Heat 3 winner, as we move right along in the program to Heat number 4. Cormac McKenney in lane 1, Eric Nee in lane 2, Nicholas Kavik in lane 3, David Steinbrick in 4, Cole Brooks in 5. It is Mateo Smith in lane 6, Evan Allen in 7, and Daniel Corey in lane 8. Women's 2IM, I won't give them to you now because they're showing it from A final to C final. Maybe I will. Not in the A final for the women's 2IM, Natalie Mannion, Eliza Brown. Oh, I lost it. It went off the screen. I'll read it to you when we get to the break. I tried to. They got it up on the scoreboard here on, like a portion of it. And we're working to get some graphics where we get that stuff on the screen as well for you. Cole Brooks leading the way. He'll make his turn into breaststroke. So Brooks followed by Smith and Allen. They're your top 3. Brooks, 18 years old, from Phoenix Swimming. Came in with a 2:23.21. It's Mateo Smith now, remaining in second. He's in back of Brooks. Third place is Cormac McKinney. Let's see if Smith can pull off that comeback here in the final 25. It's right next to Cole Brooks in lane 6. Although here comes David Steinbrick from Coastal Maine Aquatics in lane 4. Smith's got some good closing speed at the flags, into the wall, and it's going to be, it is Brooks out touching Smith by 19/100. Steinbrick takes third. So nice race there by Brooks, Smith, and Steinbrick. We'll move into heat number 5. Lane 1 is open. Garrett Jones in lane 2, Zach Quitkin in 3. It's Tim Andrews in lane 4, Norm Rynham in 5, John Cha in lane 6. Declan McDonald in 7, and George Groves in lane 8. So keep an eye on Groves. He's running in 3rd right now behind Garrett Jones and Zach Quitkin. Keep an eye on Tim Andrews as well from Ryak. Garrett Jones continues to swim from out in front. He's built up about a body length lead. Looks like that's Timothy Andrews, who has now moved into 2nd. Jones, Andrews, Quitkin, and Groves, top 4 swimmers within 2.5 seconds of each other. This is a specialty stroke here for Groves. He is a very solid breaststroker, so it wouldn't surprise me if he moves up from his current position of 4th. Groves' mother was a standout swimmer at Yale University. His sister will be attending Williams College. And it is Groves who has now moved into 1st. Groves in 1st, Andrews 2nd, Quitkin 3rd. Here comes Timothy Andrews. Here comes Zach Quicken as well, so almost a three-way battle for first, and it looks like it's going to be Quicken, Andrews, and Groves. So some good closing speed there by Quicken and Andrews to overtake Groves at the end. As we move into Heat 6. All Gators in the first 4 lanes. It's Damian Figuet Kosarev in lane 1, Matthew Wang in 2, Jacob Freeman in 3, Max LaRoche in 4. It's Ethan McConaughey from Crimson in 5, Caleb Del Rosario from Greenwood in lane 6. And in lane 7, rounding out the field, it's Charles Rocha. Lane 8 will be open. Max LaRoche came in with a 2:20.38. He's in lane 4. Once again, if you're out there in live stream world, which I know there are many of you, would love to hear who is out there. Jump into the live chat. It should be that window right below your video player. You can just type in your name, send me a message, say hi. I'd love to know who's out there, who's watching, who you're rooting for. Heck, tell me what you had for dinner last night, where you went. You got a good restaurant to share it. We don't go all swimming here. I mean, maybe like 80% swimming, 20% like other events, other things. I like to mix in some pro sports talk. In the fall, I get into a little college football talk. Although, in the Northeast, college football, for those of you who went to big colleges, in the South and other parts of the country, you understand that college football is like barely a blip on the radar here in New England. Not much of a huge interest. We got Brown, obviously, right here in our backyard in the Ivy. We got Boston College, some other programs, but, we don't have any of the big programs like they do down south. Matthew Wang leading the way, followed by Figuet Kosarev and Max LaRoche. Good battle in lanes 1 and 2 between Figuet, Kosarev, and Wang. Figuet Kosarev starting to pull away here with 15 meters to go, and it looks like he will be your Heat 6 winner. So Damian Figuet Kosarev goes a 2:17.22. Wang takes second. LaRoche takes third. Freeman takes fourth, so it's a clean Gator sweep at the top. Top 4 spots, all Gators. As we move into heat number 7. Sean Bailey in lane 1, Anthony Tazlikov in lane 2, Henry Bacone-Shore in lane 3, William Kanan in lane 4, Brian Hickson in 5, Miles Lim in 6, Reed Nussbaum in 7, and Braden Ando from Bluefish in lane 8. Kanan comes in with a 2:18.76. Do I have all my logos showing? Yup, okay. Just making sure. Kanan, Bailey, Ando lead the way after the butterfly. Kanan in lane 4 from Uvok. It looks like lane 2, Tazlikov may have moved into first. Lanes 2, 4, 7, and 8. They're almost stroke for stroke, but it is Tazlikov leading the way, followed by Kanan, Ando, and Nussbaum. Top 4 swimmers separated by 1 second. Tazlikov and Kanan battling it out, lanes 2 and 4. Reed Nussbaum right there as well. Braden Ando has slipped back to 4th right now. Oh, my pen broke. That's a bummer. I don't know what happened there. I'll have to get another pen. My pen broke here, folks. It was a nice Stonehill College pen as well. I was doing some play-by-play baseball for Stonehill this spring, and I snagged a nice pen. It's all gone now. Rest in peace, purple pen from Stonehill. William Kanan takes this heat, 2:14.21. Nussbaum second, Tazlikov third. But that's why a good play-by-play guy always has extra pens. But they're not as good as the pen I was just using, so that's a bummer. Heat 8 in the water. Kevin Jiang in lane 1, Galen Carter in 2, Andrew Song in lane 3, Evan Lyons is in lane 4, Matthew Walden in 5, Alexei Avikov in 6, Zach Parent in 7, Teddy Sun in 8. Teddy Sun leading the way after the butterfly. Had a good conversation with Teddy last night after the finals. He had a busy, tiring day yesterday. He was beat last night. He's coming out looking strong here. Talking about strong, look at Matthew Walden. He'll go from third to first in the backstroke. It's Walden followed by Sun and Lyons. So our top three swimmers a second and a half apart. See if Sun can make up some ground here. I know Parent's going to make up. Evan Lyons is going to make up some ground. He's in lane 4, and Lyons may have moved into the lead. Powerful stroke there by Lyons, and looks like he has now moved in front to be your leader. Lyons, Sun, Avikov, they're all just a little over a second apart, so anybody's race here in the freestyle, but Lyons looks like he's been picking up some steam on the back end. Teddy Sun's going to make a final push, as is Walden. And it will be Lyons who takes it. Walden second, Sun third. Lyons goes 2:15.47. You know, I think if I find that piece of my purple pen that broke off, I might be able to fix my favorite pen. I'm missing my little clicky button on the top. Fell somewhere down here. Michael Yang in lane 1. Melson Javrin Arquilano in 2. Timothy Johnson in 3. Jordan Moad in 4. Lane 5 is open. Matt V. Ivanov in 6. Chase Gagnon in 7. And Samuel Kaplan in lane 8. Timothy Johnson leading the way. He's followed closely by Jordan Moad and Michael Yang. Johnson remains in the lead. Yang is now moved up into second. Gagnon in third. Moad drops down to sixth as they come home in the freestyle. And it will be Timothy Johnson who takes it from Cape Cod, 2:15.11. Yang takes second, Gagnon third. Heat 10 now in the water. It'll be Nicholas Andrews in lane 1, Ryan Shute in 2, William Carrico in 3, John Butera. Nope, no Ryan Shute in lane 2. Lane 2 is open. Sorry, folks. Ryan Shute scratches. William Carrico in 3, John Butera in 4. Nathan Coleman in 5, Christopher G in 6. Kai Shinkyo in lane 7. Keep an eye on Shinkyo when the breaststroke comes around, folks. And the backstroke. Solid breast and backstroke. Quentin Miguel in lane 8. Butera, G, and Coleman lead the way right now. John Butera from Gators. Looking strong there in lane 4, as is Nathan Coleman. Coleman is ahead of Butera, followed by Christopher G. But Butera has really stepped up here in the breaststroke. And he'll grab that lead back. Shinkyo did make a move in the breaststroke. He went from 6th to 4th. Heat 10 will belong to John Butera from Gators. Christopher G will take second, and it looks like third place will go to William Carrico from Phoenix. Butera 209.60. Heat 11 getting ready to go. After this, we'll move into the 100 freestyle. So those will be some quick heats for us. Theodore Morse in lane 1, Keegan McKenney in 2, Aiden Wilson in 3, Eric Linseisen in lane 4, Jack Marin in 5, Landon Him in 6, Eric Watka in 7, Eamon Griffin in 8. It's Eric Linseisen from the edge out in front early, followed by McKinney and Marin. Linseisen and Marin. And now it's Jack Marin from Bluefish on the heels of a strong backstroke, taking over the lead over Linseisen by 0.8. McKinney running in third. Once again, I wanted to take this time to thank everyone out there who has supported the live stream. Probably not for the first time, right? So Many of you are repeat customers. I wanted to say personally, I sincerely appreciate it. And we hope that, you know, this little thing that we started in COVID has now turned into something that has certainly enabled a wider audience to watch their loved ones swim, for swimmers to go back and watch their content after the fact. As you watch Lynn Sison cruise toward the finish line, he'll be your Heat 11 winner. Soft touch on the wall for Lynn Sison, or the touchpads aren't working. Marin was second, McKinney third, so just shift all those places down one. And we'll move into our 12th and final heat. Top qualifier here, Josh Parent. He'll be in lane 4. 2:05:43 for Parent coming in. Davis Bonebreak in lane 1. Theo Baudet in 2. Thomas Hagar in 3. Josh Parent in 4. Raymond Whitaker in 5. Alan Zhang in lane 6. It's Quinn Caputo in 7. And Zach Bubanovich rounds out the field in lane 8. Parent 6 seconds away from that New England record. He's probably not going to set it at prelims, but it would not surprise me to see Parent drop an absolute scud on them tonight and set that New England record. Parent and Hagar running 1 and 2 right now in lanes 3 and 4. They still run 1 and 2. 17/100ths ahead is Parent over Hagar. Quinn Caputo in lane 7 is in 3rd. Parent now starting to move ahead over Hagar. He's got body length lead heading into freestyle. So it'll be a tough assignment for Hagar to catch Parent here. A little over 2.5 seconds behind. Caputo still running in 3rd. And Parent has opened up that lead, and he will be most likely your top overall qualifier tonight. 2:07:33. Hagar takes 2nd. Whitaker takes 3rd. We'll move into event 31. It's the women's 100-meter freestyle. 13 heats. You see the lane assignments for our opening heat. Abigail Choi in lane 3, Ella Gauscher in lane 4, Olivia Nault in lane 5. The New England 15:16 record is held by Jenny Thompson, so she set that record back in 1989, 55:84. The 17-18-year-old record was set back in 2000 by Samantha Arsenault, 56:04. And Jenny Thompson also has the New England Open record of 54:75. So our top qualifier here is Malia Amwan, 57:27. Nault takes first, Gauch is second, Choi third. So we move into heat 2. Isabella Bobasea in 1, Rose Galuli in 2, Jalen Howarth in 3, Sydney Stockwell in lane 4, Ava Wong in 5, Allison Brenner in 6, Sally Ray in 7, Eleanor Kunanen in lane 8. Ava Wong leading the way right now in lane 5. Again, this is event 31, heat 2, the 100 freestyle. These are going to go very fast, about 1 minute for each heat, and Wong goes a 101.62. Brenner takes second, Bobasea takes third. Elena Dudkina in lane 1, Allison Jocks in 2, Alexandra Sodik in lane 3. Paige Wielgus in 4, Sophia Koza in 5, Ann Conway in 6, Claire Carroll in 7, and Julia Natishan in lane 8. Jocks and Sodik battling here in lanes 2 and 3. Could be Alexandra Sodik. Let's see who has the longer arms at the end, and it is Sodik. Followed by Jocks, Conway third. Moving on to heat 4. Isabella Rodriguez in lane 1, Alexa Lindell in lane 2, Gabriella Harding in 3, Anya Rao in 4, Joss Halsey in 5, Hannah Lee in lane 6, it's Katrin Dupre in 7, and Lila Doherty rounds out the field in lane number 8. Anya Rao comes in with the top time. Lindell leading the way right now, followed by Halsey and Harding. Dupre running in third. Joss Halsey takes it with an impressive 101.93. Harding second, Rao third. Courtney Bogosian in lane 1, Maddie Wambach in lane 2, Clara Bodner in 3, Tegan Jeffers in 4, Katie Tesson in 5, Caitlin Horsch in 6, Cora Zawalik in 7, Megan Nelson in lane 8. Bogosian, Wambach, Jeffers leading the way right now at the halfway mark. Bogosian's in lane 1. She's looking strong here. Bogosian and Tessin takes it 101.44. Bogosian second, Wambach third. We'll move into heat number 6. Allison Brown in lane 1, Julia Pelchat in 2, Haley Pinola in lane 3, Kaylin Campbell in 4, Ainsley Nalen in 5, Kelly Wilhite in lane 6, Kara McGrath in 7, Caitlin Lacey in 8. I think my friend Elisa Pelchat is out there. So she has not jumped into the live chat at all this weekend. I'm pretty sure she's watched multiple sessions. Her daughter, Julia, is tearing it up right now in lane 2, so I'm sure she's watching. So, Elisa, let's see you jump into the live chat here. Wilhite, Nalen, Pelchat, 1, 2, and 3 right now. It looks like that will be Nalen, 10054. Wilhite second, Campbell third. Moving into heat 7. Anna Zanolo in lane 1, Kathleen Edison in 2, Caroline Cavalier in 3, Chelsea Friedland in 4, Kenzie Driscoll in 5, Morgan Fredette in 6, Juliana Guida in 7, and it's Naomi Bagolm in lane 8. Bagolm out to the fast start in lane 8. She's out in a 27.6. She's followed by Guida and Zanolo. No one's going to catch Bolgolm here, so Naomi Bolgolm from Charles River will be your Heat 7 winner. 59.36, nice time. Zanolo takes second, Fredette third. Heat 8 in the water, Meredith Teague in lane 1, Jayla Pina in lane 2, Morgan Moniz in lane 3, Audrey Sambrook in, nope, nobody's in lane 3. Lane 3 is open. Audrey Sambrook in 4, Noah Chambers in 5, Holly Lair in 6, Aya Hassani in 7, and Fiona Wang in lane 8. It was Pina at the halfway mark. She's in lane 2. Known more so for her breaststroke, but a very good sprint freestyler as well. So Jayla Pina will take heat number 8. 101.02. Naomi Bogholm still has the top time, I believe, 59.36. The only one to go sub 1 minute so far. Lucy Chivers in lane 1, Peyton Knightley in 2. Lane 3 is open. Elle Anthony in 4, Samantha McClintock in 5, Emma Shao in 6, Meredith Uhas in 7, Chloe Song in lane 8. Here we go. Elisa Pelchat is alive out there. Georgia Bosma sold. The surprise? Oh, when should I announce the surprise? There's always a bigger crowd in the morning session than the evening, obviously, because there's not as many people. I'm going to announce it during the break. So I will announce it during the break, whenever our break is. Peyton Knightley looks like she'll take this heat. She does 1:00:07. Anthony second, Song third. So Naomi Bogom still the only swimmer to go a sub 1 as we move into heat 10. So the big anticipated surprise will come at the break. I know there's been some people texting me wondering what the surprise is for the 11 to 14 age groups. It is not a guest appearance by Elizabeth Beisel. A lot of people automatically just go there. I mean, listen, like I said, it would be great if she was here, and her mother's officiating today downstairs. If she ever wanted to come on the broadcast, if any of you have a connection with her and you can snag her for me at some point. I know she was in town this weekend. She did the open water race down at Narragansett Beach yesterday. And, I've talked to Elizabeth numerous times with Addison and Avery at the beach. She's very approachable, easy to talk to. I think I did mention to her coming on the broadcast at some point. And, she said, yeah, sure, I'd love to. But, getting it to work, I don't know. Maybe my people have to talk to her people, and I don't have people, so. Topford takes first, Robbins second, Ferguson third. Still, Bogom with the top time, 59:36. No one under 1:00 in that heat. So, again, like I said, I don't have people. Elizabeth Beisel probably has a bunch of people, a team, like PR, all that stuff. So if she ever said, have your people talk to my people, I'd be like, all right, yeah, let's go. Who are your people? Because I am my own people. One-man team, unless I sent, Avery or Addison to talk to her people. So will anyone break a minute in this heat? Naomi Bogom has been the only swimmer under a minute, 59:36, 17 years old from Charles River. Michaela Shokareva is leading the way here. I think we may have our second sub 1 minute time and maybe our third, fourth, and fifth. Yes, it is. So Shokareva takes first, Lee second, Reish third. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 under a minute there. Top time now is 58:39. We'll go into heat 12. Lane 8 is open. Emily Kang in 1, Audrey Orange in 2, Alexis Martino in 3, Jacqueline Zapagin in 4, Alyssa Kim in 5, Isabel Antonik in 6, and Maria Iorini is in lane 7. Jacqueline Zapagin was leading the way at the halfway mark. She's 13. Here comes Alyssa Kim, starting to move ahead by a head and shoulders. Let's see if Zapagin can mount a comeback here at the end, and it's Kim who edges her out. Zapagin second, Iorini third, 58:86 the time for Kim. So it's still Michaela Shokareva with the top time going into the final heat. Katie White in lane 1, Anna Bamer in lane 2, Sophie Phelps in 3, Malia Amwan in 4, it's Shea First in 5, Jill Carline in 6, Ava Yablonsky in 7, and Amy Benson in lane 8. So we got Elisa in the live chat, Sandra and Jeff Smith, Nicole LeVake, Georgia Bosmas. I know you guys aren't the only 4. As a matter of fact, there's probably, I'm not going to, there's a lot more than 4 people here and listening in, watching Malia Amwan in lane 4 battle it out with Shea first. And it looks like it's going to be Amwan in a sub 58.36. So Amwan and first will be your top qualifiers tonight. Amwan first and Shokareva, they'll be your top 3 qualifiers. As we move into event 32, this is the men's 100 free. Kevin Jiang in lane 3, Rud Day in 4, Joseph Kerouac in 5. The 15-16 record is held by Andrew Benson. Set in 2018, 50-47. The 17-18-year-old record, Andrew Benson, set in 2019, that's 50-40. And the New England Open record is a blistering 48.07 set by Dean Farris in 2019. I believe Farris swam for Harvard and was a U.S. Olympian. I believe so. Top time coming in here is owned by Eric Linseisen, 52.37. So he's got a shot. Linseisen, what's he, 18 years old, so he's going to drop 2 full seconds. May be a lot to ask. Kevin Jiang takes first. Rud Day second. Kerouac third in our opening heat. Lanes 1 and 8 are open. Caleb Del Rosario in lane 2. Alex Lopes in 3. Dan Brudney in 4. It's Ryan Powers in 5. Ethan Liu in 6. And Maxwell Billsbury in lane 7. Ryan Powers leading the way at the halfway mark. In lane 5 from Executive. All of these swimmers swimming this event as a bonus. And it will be Ryan Powers taking heat number 2. Brudney second, Lopes third. James Giglio in lane 1. Michael Rantala in 2. Brandon Liu in 3. Zach Bubanovich in 4. Henry Bryan in 5. It's Aubrey Hallish in 6. And Nikita Ostenpenko in lane 7. Lane 8 is open. Looks like Brandon Liu from Charles River, maybe? No, Bryan leading the way, followed by Liu and Rantala. Top 6 swimmers, 7/10 of a second apart. Not a ton of separation, but it was Henry Bryan from the YMCA of the North Shore leading the way at the halfway mark. Liu will mount the comeback. Bryan second, Bubanovich third. So Brandon Liu goes a 57.02 as we move into heat 4. Lane 4 is open. Matthew Wang in 1, William Kanan in 2. It's Andrew Vanderwater in 3, Yandy Placeris in 5, Marcel Liu in 6, William Burke in 7, and Benjamin Goho in lane 8. Good question. When is the break? I didn't hear when the break was, to be honest. Maybe it's after the 2 back, or maybe it's before the 2 back. Quite honestly, when they were making the announcements this morning up here in the stands, they had the speakers on very low, so you couldn't hear the music and you couldn't hear the announcements. They did sense fix it. So I think the break is either before or after the 200 back. Good battle here in lanes 1 and 2 with Wang and Kanan. Kanan will outtouch Wang. Placeris takes third. Evan Allen in lane 1. Samuel Reynoso Williams in 2. Nicholas Holovax in 3. It's Nicholas Garapi in 4. Tim Andrews in 5. Dawson Milligan in 6. Bradley Waters in 7. And it's Thomas Denton rounding out the field in lane 8. And it is Thomas Denton from GMA leading the way. He's in lane 8 out in a 25.96. It's followed by Waters and Andrews. And Denton absolutely pulling away here. Foot on the gas at the 25-meter mark. He will be your heat winner from lane 8. Nice swim for Denton there, 54.69. Milligan takes second, Waters third, Andrews fourth. Max LaRoche in lane 1, Jake Bednarski in 2, Casey Connors in 3, Luca Capoletto in 4, lane 5 is open, Carrick Shea in 6, Luke Gugier in 7, and it's Zachary Da Silva Grandin in lane number 8. Elisa Pelchad, oh Lord, folks. Capoletto leading the way, followed by Da Silva Grandin and Jaguar. No excuses, I just didn't hear the announcement. So it's either before or after. Capoletto takes first, Jaguar second, Connors third, and here in heat 6. Michael Ergo in lane 1. It's Nathan Coleman in 2. Tyler Bosma in lane 3. Had a nice conversation with Kevin and Kim Bosma last night. Old friends from Solo. Paul Denega in 4. Cole Brooks in 5. Lane 6 is open. Andrew Dew in 7. And Zach Quitkin in lane 8. Paul Denega comes in with the top time. He leads at the halfway mark, 25.85. He's followed by Coleman and Quitkin. Quitkin seems to have moved into second. Paul Denega holding his spot at the top here, and it will be Denega, followed by Quitkin. Brooks slips up into third. Moving on to heat number 8. Eamon Griffin in lane 1. Matvey Ivanov in 2. Nathaniel Gorsuch in 3. Jason Chiapinelli in lane 4. Aaron Fowler in 5. It's Azariah Mamaset in lane 6. Zach Zabo in 7. And Samuel Kraft rounds out the field in lane 8. Jason Chiapinelli comes in with the top time from Carisham Swim Club, 55.74. Gorsuch, Chiapinelli, and Kraft. Mamaset and Ivanov, might as well mention them too. They're 0.6 of a second apart, so pretty crowded at the top at the halfway mark. This will be a photo finish at the finish. Who touches first? It's Kraft up in lane 8. Chia Pinelli takes second. Gorsuch takes third. We'll move into heat number 9. Garrett Jones in lane 1. Alan Zhang in 2. Landon Him in 3. Getchell Gibbons in 4. John Shaw in 5. Samuel King in 6. Miles Lim in 7. And Raymond Whitaker in lane 8. Alan Zhang leading the way, followed by his teammate Garrett Jones. They're in lanes 1 and 2. King running in third right now out of lane 6. Zhang and King look like they've moved up into the lead spots, and it could be Zhang actually in lane 2. At the flags and into the wall, who'll touch first, and it is Zhang, 54.05. King second, Gibbons third. As we move into heat 10. Oh, so Mrs. Pelchat says excuses to me because I did not hear the announcement on when the break is. However, she has just posed a question in the live chat, which I have answered many, many times already this weekend. And folks, Elisa and I are good friends, so there's no ill-natured banter here. It's all in good fun. James Misto leading the way, followed by Jaden Bunt and Theodore Randall. So yes, the senior recognition will take place at 5 o'clock tonight. We will be showing it. We will have bringing another camera here this afternoon to get set up to follow the swimmers. They'll get announced over by the diving boards and then walk across the far end of the pool. So we will have all that action to you. We have mentioned that quite a few times this weekend. James Misto takes first. Jaden Bunt takes second. Third place goes to Theodore Randall in lane 1. So we move into heat number 11. William McClelland in lane 1. Brian Hickson in 2. John Butera in 3. Aiden Kelly in 4. Gabe Lee in 5. Finlay Page in 6. Davis Bonebrake in 7. Nick Andrews in lane 8. McClelland, one of 500 flyers in the final last night who made junior national cuts along with Misto from the last heat. So congratulations to all of them. Kelly leading the way right now, followed by McClellan and Page. Kelly was leading the way at the halfway mark. Here comes McClellan, though, in lane 1. Kelly and McClellan battling. I think it will be Kelly, and it is. McClellan takes second. Page third. 3-second drop for McClellan. 0.3 of a drop for Kelly. And this is our 12th and final heat of the men's 100 free. Sean Bailey in lane 1. Luke Magnuson in 2. Thomas Powers Hammond in 3. Ethan Vanderwater in 4. It's William Anon. Vanderwater's in 5. Anon is in 6. Eric Watka's in 7. Ethan McConaughey is in lane 8. Lane 4 is open. Thomas Powers Hammond at the halfway mark was 25:31. He's followed by Vanderwater and Anon. Anon will attend Harvard next year. Thomas Powers Hammond will take it 53:12. So I think this is the break, folks. I think. All right. So it is the break. So we've talked about a lot of things that we would cover during the break. And one of the things we covered, or we want to cover, is a surprise announcement for the 11 to 14 age groups next week. Again, there is no guest speaker. However, so if you may or may not know Ree Jeffrey. So Rhiannon Jeffrey, she is a veteran of New England swimming. She swam collegiately at the University of Southern California. Also was an Olympian. So New England swimming has given Ree Jeffrey a lot over the years. And with that, Ree Jeffrey will be sponsoring and subsidizing the live stream next weekend for the entirety of the 11 to 14 age groups. So 11 to 14 age groups live stream will be free of charge for everyone in New England, all 7 sessions next weekend. So we start Thursday night. We go Friday double session, Saturday, Sunday double sessions. So great news around that. Extremely generous of Ree Jeffrey. Ree reached out to me and talked about how great New England swimming has been to her all of her career and how much the live stream means to not only her but many families and teams throughout New England, and she wanted everyone to have access to it for these 11 to 14 age groups. So she will be personally subsidizing the cost of the live stream for all of the families in New England. So that is the big surprise. That's pretty big news, folks. So a gigantic thank you to Ree Jeffrey, who will be enabling us to bring you this broadcast free of charge next weekend. So I will have all of the details for the sessions or for the live stream up on my Facebook page probably by tomorrow night, maybe tonight, who knows. My Facebook page is Abreu Media Productions, so ABREU Media Productions. If you go to that page on Facebook and give it a like, you'll get notifications when I post. And I've mentioned this previously. You're not going to catch any food pictures or what my family's doing. I only post on that page live stream and broadcast announcements. So pretty exciting announcement once again, the live stream. So Elisa, you did not guess it. You were slightly off. You guessed what was happening. You didn't guess who. So again, I had many people guessing that it was going to be like a special guest broadcasting with me. Again, I'd love to have special guests at all times. I never say no. But I think this is much better than a special guest, a free live stream for everyone to view next weekend for the 11 to 14. So folks, if you can do me a favor, I'm certainly going to get this information out to the masses, but I need everyone to let everyone know. So there's probably a lot of people on here that probably have 11 to 14-year-old kids, and their friends do, and their teammates do. Make sure everyone knows this. I'm going to post this on my Abreu Media Productions Facebook page. We'll have it on the Gator page. I'm going to post it on every New England swimming team that has a Facebook page and that allows people to post on their page, as I do before every meet. I'm going to send this out to all of the coaches. New England Swimming is going to help me publicize this on their social media channels, but we want to blow this thing out. We want hundreds and hundreds of people online. And they'll be able to catch all the action at Abreu Media Productions. So very simple. Just go to abrewmediaproductions.com next weekend or starting next Thursday night. And that's where the live stream will be hosted all weekend, just like it has been here. So that's the big news. I hope everyone is excited about it. I am certainly excited about it. I'll be completely honest. I would love to be able to get more sponsorships throughout to open this live stream up. I mean, there is a cost to run the live stream. And I do understand that, there are people that are unable to foot that cost, and I certainly, understand and get all that. So that's why we'd love to have it for free and subsidized and sponsored. And if I had more time, I'd probably be out actively gathering sponsorships. But more on that to come in the coming, year or so. I have been working some things on the back end. So that's the news, folks. 11 to 14 age groups will be live streamed free of charge next weekend. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm hoping to get a massive audience. And I need engagement on the live chat. So with all these hundreds of people that we're going to have, definitely looking to get some good engagement on the live chat. So once again, Reed Jeffrey will be sponsoring the 11 to 14 age groups next weekend. That's the big news, folks. I apologize, but I do have to take a quick break and step away from the mic. We will be back right when we get started with the 200 back.
Summers and Coaches, event number 30, the men's 200 IM is now closed. There were 4 scratches. Michael Yang will move into the B final. Alexei Avakov and Chase Gagnon will move into the C final. And Galen Carter and Kevin Jang are our new second alternates. please clear the competition pool. The competition pool is now closed. Swimmers, please clear the competition pool. The competition pool is now closed.
All right, so we are back. Competition pool is now closed. We're moving into the 200 back. We're going to move into event 33. It's the women's 200 backstroke. All of these New England records are held by Elizabeth Beisel. 15-16 record she set back in 2009, 206.39. 17-18 record she set in 11, 207.82. And the New England Open record is also held by Beisel, set in 2012, 206.18. One lone swimmer to clear the pool. There she goes. We're ready. We have 8 heats of the 2 back. You have your lane assignments on the screen. I don't know what the status of the distance events are because I don't have a heat sheet that shows any of that on it. I know there is the mile. I'd love to get a guest on the broadcast. I know I did see the St. Michael's coach. She's here again today. She may have left. Not as many college coaches here this morning as there have been Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Again, we're rounding out the broadcast here. One more session to go. Emily Richardson in lane 3, Alexandra Akmeva in 4, Hope Zayafith in 5, Claire Carroll in 6, Marina Johnson in 7. So, yeah, if you missed the announcement and now you're back on the broadcast, the announcement was that the live stream next weekend has been sponsored by Rhiannon Jeffrey. Rhi is a former Olympian. She swam collegiately at the University of Southern California. She is the owner and head coach of a swim club here in New England Swimming, but it's important to note this is not a sponsorship from the team. It is from Rhi herself personally. So this will basically unlock the live stream for hundreds of people next weekend. So we're really excited about that. Rhi is a huge proponent of the live stream and getting more video into New England swimming, more meets being broadcast, and especially the championship meets. And let's face it, in 2022 and beyond, I think families kind of expect it. And we try and do the best job we can to give you a broadcast that is, you know, it's not network TV level, obviously. But quite frankly, I was talking to Wendy Reish earlier. So she is the mother of Megan Reish, who swims for Phoenix. She will be swimming at Princeton next year. And she has a child that swims for Indiana University in the Big Ten. And she has told me that the live stream that we do is head and shoulders above what the Big Ten network does as far as their coverage of swimming. So that was good. But, you know, we're a little operation. It's me, me, my mother, my 2 kids, and my wife. Every once in a while, we'll have some extra help. Ekmeva first, Zayafith second, Richardson third. Elisa Pelchat has been one of those who has helped me many times, and there's a long list of parents who have volunteered to help and still do volunteer to help. So that's always appreciated, but we try and put this thing together as best as we can to make sure you don't miss anything and to broaden that swimming audience. Lane 5 will be open. Rose Galuli in lane 1, Tegan Jeffers in 2, Ava Wong in lane 3. It's Braylon Wilson in 4. Lane 5 is open. Lane 6 is Madeline Morawski. Lane 7 is Charlotte Hoover. And in lane 8, it's Addison Abreu. I did not even realize my daughter was in this heat. I thought she was in the 3rd or 4th heat. So guess what? I didn't have all that nervous energy. All of the swimmers here coming in on converted times. So these times are all yard times for these swimmers in heat number 2. So really excited about age groups next weekend. Ava Wong continues to lead the way. She's followed by Braylon Wilson, Tegan Jeffers, and Addison Abreu at the halfway mark. Top 4 swimmers 2.5 seconds apart. Wong remains in the lead, followed by Wilson. Jeffers and Abreu 2/100ths of a second apart in lanes 2 and 8, respectively. Ava Wong comes in with a 2:06.02. Again, that's a yards time. All of these 8 swimmers are coming in with converted times. So Wilson out-touches Wong, 2:28.19. Wong second, Abreu third. Heat 3 in the water. Addison McDonald in lane 1. Chloe Akambi in 2. Michaela Shokareva in lane 3. Katie Chipetta in lane 4. Isabella Lombard in 5. Chloe Wukic in lane 6. Aya Hassani in 7. And Emily Clements in lane 8. So our top time, we'll track our top time here. Braylon Wilson has the top time so far. 2:28.19 for Wilson from the Storm. She just got that in our last heat. Emily Clements, Chloe Wukic, Isabella Lombard. Top 3 at the 50-meter mark. Emily Clements looking strong in lane 8 at the top of your screen from Phoenix. She came in with a converted yards time, 1:58.37. She's 20 years old. Probably swimming collegiately somewhere. I don't know where. It is Clements leading the way in lane 8. She's followed by Wukic in lane 6, and it's Chloe Akambi in lane 2. And it will be Emily Clements taking heat 3. This will be the fastest time so far, early on. 2:24.23. I think that was a soft touch. So she might be a little faster than that, but Clements took first, Wukic second, Akambi third. So 2:24.23, the time to beat right now for the top seed tonight in the finals. Jalen Howarth in lane 1, Allison Brown in lane 2. It's Noah Chambers in 3, Rebecca Siegel in 4, McKenna Murray in 5, Courtney Bogosian in 6, Brooke Malvey in 7, and Amalia Guerra in lane 8. Noah Chambers leads the way after 50. She's from the Tritons. She's followed by Howarth and Siegel. Chambers comes in with a 2:29.50. Chambers continues to lead the way at the halfway mark in lane 3. She'll turn in a 1:11.41. Siegel second. Murray now in third. So Murray moves down a spot from 4th, or I should say moves up. Howarth drops down to 5th. Siegel drops down into, or moves up into 2nd. It looks like it is Chambers maintaining that lead, although it's getting a lot closer. Here comes McKenna Murray and Courtney Bogosian in lanes 5 and 6. Chambers, Murray, Bogosian, your top 3, your top 6 separated by 0.6 of a second as we come down the stretch here. So this will be a tight finish. Lanes 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All battling here. It looks like it could be Chambers again, who has moved back into, or stayed in first. She's getting the battle here from McKenna Murray. This will be a close one. McKenna Murray looking to surge ahead ever so slightly, and it is Murray who takes it, 2:29.22. Chambers second, Bogosian third. So Murray, 2:29.22. It remains Emily Clements, who has your top time through our first 4 heats, 2:24.23, as we move into heat 5. Sophia Dimitrick in lane 1, Christina DiPietro in lane 2, Debbie Wells in 3, Allison Roach in 4, Leah Walden in 5, Sarah Baxter in lane 6, Kathleen Edison in 7, and Ella Derby rounds out the field in lane 8. Leah Walden leads the pack, the youngest swimmer in this heat, 13 years old from Bluefish. Roach second, Dimitrik third. Walden still leading the way, slightly ahead of Roach. Dimitrik in lane 1, taking third place right now. Walden will take that lead into the halfway mark. She'll turn in a 1:10.67. Roach 16/100ths behind, so those two have separated themselves. We're on pace to get a best time or a top time so far in this event. 2:24.23 was Emily Clement's time from Phoenix back in Heat 3. Roche and Walden, they are stroke for stroke, so Walden may have the slight edge right now. She was leading by 10/100ths at the 150 wall, and it will be Walden who takes Heat 5. She goes a 2:26.49. Walden, Roche, DiPietro. So Emily Clements holds on to that top time still with 3 heats left. These are the circle-seated heats, though, so there will be some fast swims coming up here. Natalie Mannion comes in with our top overall time, 2:10.81. You'll see her in lane 4 in heat number 8. So some scratches here. Lanes 2 and lane 7 are open. Kayla Zhang in lane 1, Alden White in 3, Zuri Ferguson in 4, Isabella Schneider in 5, Ainsley Nalen in 6, and Carson Ide in 7. So it's important to mention to everyone, if you have a swimmer that is an alternate, 25th or 26th, or even 27 through 30, make sure they're paying attention to communications from their coaches and they're on the ball. There typically are a lot of scratches in these meets on Sunday evening, more so than any other evening. You know, this is kind of getaway day. A lot of families that travel down to a meet leave after the morning session to head back home. So keep an eye on that if you're an alternate or if you are in that 27th to 30th spot. There's a decent chance that you could get in to finals. So Zuri Ferguson leading the way, followed by Isabella Schneider and Ainsley Nalen. Ferguson has quite the lead right now, over 2 seconds on Schneider. So this heat will produce the top overall time thus far. Emily Clements' 2:24.23 will likely not hold up here, as Ferguson is at the 150-meter wall in 1:42.07. The only question is, what time will Ferguson have? She'll move into the top spot with 2 heats to go. Ferguson goes at 2:17.12. Schneider will take second. Third place goes to Ainsley Nalen. We'll move into heat number 7 now. 2 heats left of the 2 back on the women's side. Ferguson now has the top overall time, 2:17.12. Ashlyn Farris comes into this heat with the top time, 2:13.88, so she will probably exit this heat as your top seed for finals tonight with 1 more to go. We do have a scratch in lane 2, so no Victoria Novinsky. In lane 1, Annalise Moylan. In lane 3, Quinn White. In lane 4, Ashlyn Farris. In lane 5, Malia Amwan. In lane 6, Kira McGrath. In lane 7, it's Clementine Robbins. And in lane 8, it's Audrey Zhang. As I mentioned, Farris comes in with a 2:13.88. Battling with Quinn White early on. Annalise Moylan in lane 1 from the edge in 3rd. Malia Amwan also battling for 3rd there in lane 5, but it is Farris who's pulled her head by about almost a body length. At the halfway mark, it's Farris, White, Amwan, 107.08 for Farris. Right now, the top time for finals tonight is 2:17.12. Farris will turn and head back, 142.46 at the 150-meter wall. White 2nd, Amwan 3rd. That will be the final order. It's just a matter of time here. No one's going to catch Farris. It doesn't look like Amwan's going to catch White with about 20 meters to go. So will Farris sneak into that top overall qualifying spot for finals? She needs to do better than a 2:17.12, and she doesn't. So Ferguson will remain the top seed. Farris will be 2nd. So Farris, White, Amwan. So Zuri Ferguson will have to have 1 more heat before we determine whether she will be the top seed going into the finals tonight of the 2 back. This is our final heat, of course. Natalie Mannion comes in with a 2:10.81. That's the top time. Right now, it's Ferguson who would be the number 1 seed, and in lane 4 for finals for the A finals tonight. Isabel Pantoni in lane 1, Cambria Jewett in lane 2, Ava Yablonsky in lane 3, Natalie Mannion in 4, Isabella Corbley in lane 5, Maria Del Monte in 6, Veronica Kosova in 7, and it's Avery Lord in lane 8. Mannion and Corbley leading the way. It's actually Corbley who goes first, 31.93. Mannion 22/100th behind. Jewett a little over a second behind, as is Yablonsky. $2:17.11 gets the number 1 seed for the 2 back finals this evening. Mannion has moved into first. Corbley has dropped down into 2nd. Not much separating the 2 of them. Mannion and Corbley remain a quarter of a second apart. They're looking to eclipse 2:17.12, and they will, I believe. Maybe not. $2:17.12 for Corbley, so she'll tie Ferguson for the top overall time. Mannion takes second. Del Monte takes third. Of course, it is a tie for the top seed. We'll move into the men's 200 back. So with ties, we learned yesterday from my daughter that anything. Yeah, for anything. With ties, my daughter told us yesterday that the two swimmers that are tied can basically agree to anything as long as they both agree to it to determine who gets, that spot wherever you are tied. So instead of a swim off, a lot of kids don't want to go and do another swim off. Maybe they'll challenge the other person to a rock, paper, scissors. As crazy as this sounds, it did happen yesterday. There was a tie in one of the, I think it was the backstroke, maybe the one back, and the two swimmers decided to do rock, paper, scissors to see who got one, let's just call it the 23rd spot, who got the 24th spot. So we'll see who ends up being the top seed tonight and what is decided upon. But apparently, as long as the two swimmers agree to it and an official witnesses it, it can be anything. So Zuri could challenge Corbley to a push-up contest. If Corbley says, hey, let's do it, then it is a push-up contest. It could be a flip of a coin, rock, paper, scissors. They could both say, hey, let's get in the pool and duel this thing out. The default is the swim-off. So if both of them can't agree on something else besides the swim-off, they do need to swim it off. Of course, there's some gamesmanship which could go into that. I could agree to do the swim-off. I could start off hot and then just totally kick it down and hope that my opponent doesn't notice this and kind of exerts all this energy. So we'll see how this goes. Nicholas Frangioni leading the way from Charles River Aquatics. He's in lane 5. Frangioni will take it, 2:21.83. Zhu will take second, Coleman third. As we move into heat number 2. Interesting. So in Meet Mobile, and the official time for Corbley was 2:16.75. So there'll be no duel, no push-up contest, no nothing. Corbley will have the number 1 seed, Ferguson the number 2 seed, so they'll be in lanes 4 and 5 this evening. Heat 2 in the water, lanes 1 and 8 are open. Luke Magnuson in lane 2, Liam Jordan in 3, Theodore Randall is in lane 4. Jonathan Fioli-Haughey, we saw him, I think, on the first day. He's a 12-year-old from Anglerfish Aquatics. He's in lane 5. Okay. It's Ryan Connors in lane 6 and Thomas DiPaolo in lane 7. And it was Fioli-Haughey out early in lane 5, followed by Randall. Lanes 2, 3, and 4 tightly bunched up here early. Fioli Haughey remains the leader at the halfway mark, so a good showing for the 12-year-old from Anglerfish. Leading the way right now. There's not a lot of sports where you'll see a 12-year-old competing against a 19 or a 20-year-old. Swimming is one of them, and not only competing, but holding his own, and right now still in the lead. So Jonathan Fioli Haughey from Anglerfish Aquatics, 12 years old. He'll take that lead. Nope, he won't take the lead. He'll be close. So 4/100ths separate Theodore Randall and Fioli Haughey. Here comes Magnuson in lane 2. Randall with the lead ever so slightly over Fioli Haughey right now. Magnuson is also in the mix. It will be Randall who takes heat number 2. Fioli Haughey takes second. Magnuson third. So nice swim there by Fioli Haughey. Once again, not many 12-year-olds in seniors here this weekend. He is one of them. I think he swam on Thursday. We saw him in an event on Thursday. Now back here for the final day, and a good showing for Fioli Haughey as we move into heat number 3. There are your lane assignments for heat number 3. Andrew Liu in lane 1, Noam Reinhorn in 2, Keegan McKinney in lane 3, Dawson Rice in lane 4, Eric Nee in lane 5, Campbell Hall in 6. It's Jaden Bunt in lane 7, and Griffin Picard in lane 8. We got 8 heats here, and then I think we have the mile and the women's 850. Again, folks, I'm just here. I just go with the flow. The heat sheets that were handed out only have the information through this event. So that's the only thing that I have. Campbell Hall leading the way from CRA. I'm a little disappointed when I get home tonight I won't have a Red Sox game to watch and see them get demolished by the Yankees. Just kidding. I'm so excited that the game is on this afternoon and I won't have to watch another disappointing Red Sox game as I did last night. Campbell Hall continues to lead the way. Keegan McKinney in second. Andrew Liu third.
Hey, I heard you talking about the 12-year-old. That's my son.
Oh!
Just broke the New England record for the 200.
So Jonathan Fioli Haughey, with that swim that we just saw in the last heat, just broke the New England record for the two back. It must be for the 11 and 12-year-old time, right? And I don't have those records here. I only have 15, 16, and 17, 18. So Jonathan Fioli Haughey in the previous heat breaks the New England record for the 200 back in the 11 and 12-year-old segment. So congratulations to Jonathan from Anglerfish Aquatics. Campbell Hall will take heat 3. Keegan McKinney takes second. Rice takes third. So it looked like Fioli Haughey was cruising along there, and he certainly was. And it turns out it's a record-breaking performance, so congratulations to Jonathan. His mother came over to me, and, you know, she was as fired up as I would be as a parent if my daughter broke a record. So good for Jonathan, good for the Fioli Haughey family. Jonathan has a sister, Jaden, who also is a swimmer for Anglerfish. Angler Fish. I got to use my R's more. Angler Fish Aquatics. All right, Heat 4 in the water. Casey La Liberty in lane 1, Zach Prue in lane 2, Bradley Waters in lane 3, Luke Jaguar in lane 4. It's Dylan Brachera Berra in 5, Cole Brooks in 6, Casey Connors in 7, and Carrick Shea in lane 8. I mean, Mrs. Fioli Hawkey was pretty fired up. She came back and she was almost talking into my microphone. She was like right here on my shoulder. That's probably how I would be if I'd probably be, close. I'd probably take the announcer's headset and start talking. So I can understand her excitement. Once again, congratulations to Jonathan for that record-breaking swim. Back here live, it's Bradley Waters from Solo in lane 3, leading the way early. He'll turn with a 104.86, finding himself in first. Zach Prue second, Luke Jaguar third. Waters will make the turn for home in first. He's followed by Carrick Shea and Dylan Brashear Berra. Carrick Shea has now edged ahead of Waters. $2:16.76 for Shea. Waters second, Brashear Berra third. We'll move into heat 5 of 8. Evan Allen in lane 1, Andrew Song in lane 2, William Porter in 3, it's Galen Cotter in 4, Jack Chiapetta in 5, Dylan Jewett in 6, Zach Zabo in 7, and Paul Denega in lane 8. Zach Zabel leading the way at the 50, followed by Jewett and Carter, 6/10 behind. Jewett now moves up into first. Zabo drops down to second. Denega in third. Dylan and Cambria Jewett, his twin sister, two standouts on the Nashua Storm team. Always fixtures at all of the championship meets here in New England, and always with good performances as well. Jewett will make his final turn in the lead as he starts to pull away here in lane 6. So let's keep an eye on Jewett's time. 2:16.76 is the time to beat. For the top time, we haven't gotten into our final 3 circle-seeded heats yet. Jewett goes a 2:12.58, so the top time so far. Zabo second, Porter third. Our last 3 heats are circle-seeded. Jordan Moad will have the top time here in lane 4. 2:08.91 from Moad. I know he's looking to make, I believe it's a junior national cut or a very high-level cut time, so good luck to Moad here. Nobody in lane 2, so Dan McLaughlin scratches. Anthony Taslikov in lane 1, Alex Parent in 3, Jordan Moad in 4, Quinn Caputo in 5, Brian Zapata in 6, Chase Gagnon in 7, Matthew Walden in 8. Moad out fast here in Heat 6. He's looking to nail this race and get that cut time. Again, I was talking to his father, Mark. I believe it's a junior national cut. He's followed closely by Caputo and Zapata. Caputo now taking over the lead, but take a look at this. Our top 3 swimmers, 22/100ths of a second apart. You'll find them in lanes 4, 5, and 6. Lane 3, Alex Parent just a notch below. It looks like it's still Quinn Caputo in the lead ever so slightly over Moad and Zapata. Here comes Parent, though, in lane 3. Caputo has a 1 second lead over Moad, a half a second lead over Brian Zapata from Anglerfish. And Caputo starts to pull away here in the final 50. Caputo goes to 2:10.80, so now that's the top time. Heat 7 in the water, lane 5 open. Ethan Guo in lane 1, Gabe Lee in 2, Jack Marin in 3, William Fuchs in 4, William McGrew in 5, Tucker Durr in lane 7, and it's Quentin Miguel in lane 8. So Mulgrew in 6, Durr in 7, Miguel in lane 8. Second to last heat of the 200 back. I really don't know what comes next as far as the distance is concerned. Let me check Meet Mobile, see if I can get some information for you there. So we'll have 2 heats of the women's mile and 4 heats of the men's 800. Jack Marin leading the way, followed by William Fuchs and Ethan Guo. Marin and Fuchs, followed by Guo, leading the way. Jack Marin will take this one, 209.64, so that's the top time right now, 209.64. Fuchs takes second, Lee takes third, so now we'll go into our final heat. It's Thomas Hagar, who has a 202.56, so keep an eye on Hagar in lane 4. Typically has devastating underwaters, so keep an eye on Hagar in lane 4. Again, a great underwater there by Hagar has put him into the lead right off the bat. So that underwater dolphin kick for Hagar is such a devastating move on his opponents. He is literally out in front at the 15-meter mark. Hagar, Johnson, Carrico. So very early on, it is Thomas Hagar from Commonwealth. He's chasing a 209.64 to be the top seed going into finals tonight. I have a feeling that he will be. Hagar still leads the way, followed by Timothy Johnson and Nathaniel Gorsuch. Four-second lead over Johnson, 5 1/4 over Gorsuch. Only thing left is Thomas Hagar's time. He will be the Heat 8 winner. Will he be the top overall qualifier tonight? In order to do that, he has to come in under a 209.64. It looks like he will do that fairly easily. Hagar goes 205.78. He'll be your top seed in tonight's finals. Johnson takes second, Gorsuch third. All right, so let's see what we do now. Is there another break before the mile?
In the distance heats will need to provide their own timer. So anyone swimming a distance event this afternoon will need to provide your own timer.
So we'll be back at 11:40 for the women's mile. We'll take a quick break in the action right now.
We have the results of event number 34, the men's 200 backstroke. Second alternate, Bradley Waters. First alternate, William Carrico. Swimming in the C final, Jackson Chiapetta, William Porter, Andrew Lappin, Carrick Shea, Ethan Go, Matthew Walden, Anthony Solikov, and William Mulgrew. Swimming in the B final, Keegan McKenney, Gabriel Lee, Jordan Moad, Zachary Jabo, David Steinbrück, Campbell Hall, Quinn Borchers, and Alexander Parent. And swimming in tonight's A final, Nathaniel Gorsuch, William Fuchs, Dylan Jewett, Brian Zapata, Timothy Johnson, Quinn Caputo, Jack Marin, and Thomas Hager. Swimmers and coaches, the time is 11:32. You have 30 minutes to declare your intention to scratch.
fight the world, I fight you, I fight myself, I fight God, just tell me how many burdens left. I fight pain and hurricanes, today I wept. I'm trying to fight back tears, flood on my doorsteps. Life and living hell, puddles of blood in the street, shooters on top of the building, government aid ain't relief. Earthquake, the body drop, the ground breaks, the poor run with smoke lungs and scarred face. Who need a hero? You need a hero, look in the mirror, there go your hero. Who on the front lines at ground zero? My heart don't skip a beat even when hard times bumps the needle. Mass destruction and mass corruption, the souls of suffering men. Clutching on deaf ears again, rapture is coming. It's all prophecy, and if I gotta be sacrificed for the greater good, then that's what it gotta be. Pray for me, take my pain for me, save my soul for me, 'cause I'm alone to see.
Swimmers and coaches, event number 29, the women's 200 IM is closed. Sydney Pang will move into tonight's A final. Irene Yang and Ella Derby will move into tonight's B final. And Charlotte Hoover, Savina Villani, and Sophia Phelps will move into the C final. Margot Levesque and Kayla Sang are our new alternates.
Take my pain for me, save my soul for me, 'cause I'm alone to see. If I'm gonna die for you, if I'm gonna kill for you, then I spill this blood for you. Hey. Just in case my faith, I live by my own law. I live so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in. Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you? 'Cause there's a spark in you. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em why you work. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go. You're gonna leave 'em rolling up. You don't have to feel like a wasted space. You're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a
Swimmers, please start to clear the competition pool. The competition pool is now closed.
you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just
Avery, can you hear me? Talk. No, I can't. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Nope, I can't. Hold on. I'll figure this out. Don't worry.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Now?
Swimmers,
me?
please clear the competition pool. The competition.
Can you hear me now?
I can. There we go.
That's good.
So, folks, we're joined by my daughter, Avery Abreu. She's a 10-year-old swimmer for Gators. And she's here helping me out. My wife, Jen, has departed and exited the building. So, Avery is here with me. Avery, you having a good time here or what?
Yeah, it's fun.
All right,
Very fun.
let me fix that microphone so people can actually hear you. Go ahead and talk.
It's fun. Very fun being here. Yep.
There we go. So Avery is a 10-year-old swimmer for Gators. She's going to help me out. We're going to have some lively conversation. I mean, listen, folks, we got the mile. And I think there's 2 heats. Well, maybe there's only one. So our data got interrupted a little bit. Meredith Uhas in lane 1. It's Islet Nishikawa Gaitham in lane 2. Veronica Kosova in lane 3. Dana Lee in 4. Margot Levesque in 5. Bella Buscani in 6. Megan Kelly in 7. So there was another blip in the internet here about 7 minutes ago where the internet slightly went down. It didn't go down enough to break up our broadcast, but it went down enough to interrupt our data from the timing system. So that will come back on at some point, but it's like a reboot basically. So when the data goes down, it takes a little bit for it to come back up. So we'll keep you posted on what's going on here. I'll give you the lane assignment so you know where everyone stands. Meredith Uhas is in lane 1. Ailette Nishikawa Gaitham is in lane 2. Veronica Kisova is in lane 3. Dana Lee in 4. Margot Levake in 5. Bella Busconi in 6. Megan Kelly in 7. And Francesca Dolby is in lane 8. It is Ailette Nishikawa Gaitham, 12 years old from Bluefish, leading the way. Avery, what do you think about a 12-year-old not only making seniors, but excelling at seniors?
I don't know. I don't think personally I would ever be able to do that, but it would be really cool to be at seniors as only a 12-year-old. 100%.
So there are a few handful of 12-year-olds here this weekend. Jonathan Fioli-Haughey, Sarah Zhang, Ailette Nishikawa Gaitham. Those are the ones that come to mind. I think they are the only 3. We're still waiting for the data to go back up, to get back up and running. This happened last night too, so the internet went down for literally, it goes down for like a second and a half. So really it's not even a blip on the radar, but with a system that we have that relies so heavily on that communication link between the timing system and my switch up here in the computer, something like that can throw a monkey wrench into the system. So I do apologize for that. We don't have any on-screen graphics right now, but unfortunately, it is out of my control. So we'll aim to keep you aware of what's going on. Okay, I read a completely... All right, let me level set here for you folks. What I got on my screen is different from the scoreboard. I'm just noticing this. So let's reset here. Claire Mosher in lane 1, McKenna Murray in 2, Cora Zawalik in 3, Kenzie Driscoll in 4, Addison McDonald in 5, Abby Bauman in 6, and Gabriella Harding in 7. It's McKenna Murray leading the way right now in lane 2. So it's interesting. I have data showing Heat 1, but they did start off with Heat 2 here. And again, since I don't have a heat sheet and they didn't give us a heat sheet for the distance events, I'm kind of flying blind. I'm really flying blind with my data down right now. McKenna still leading the way. McKenna Murray from Crimson. Mosher from Charles River. Mosher in second. Abby Bauman third. Zawalik fourth. Driscoll fifth. McDonald sixth. And Gabriella Harding seventh. So, Avery, you've had a pretty interesting job at finals every evening. Why don't you talk about what you've been doing down on deck?
Yeah, I've been in the ready room, which is like, it's a storage room that they like kind of cleared out to make a ready room, and there's basically just like a big red bench in there, and there's like numbers of every lane, 1 through 8, and the swimmer just comes in, they sit on their spot on the bench, and then it's not just me, there's 2 other people in the room with me. So one of us will walk the swimmers out, and then we'll come back, and then we'll hand out the medals. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun job to do.
Yeah, you've had a good time doing it, it looks like. So, like Avery said, for the A finalist, she will lead them out onto the starting blocks. Do you get to choose? Who gets to choose the music, Avery?
Okay, so the swimmer in lane 4 with the top seed usually chooses the music, but if they're not there, we usually try and just go to lane 5 or whatever other lane that's there. Or sometimes they just pick the music if there's no lane 4. It just depends on who's doing the music that day or that session.
So what happens if the top seed is there or not there, and then someone else chooses the music, and then they come back and they say, oh, no, I want this song. What happens?
Well, that hasn't happened yet, but I don't know. They probably go with the lane 4 swimmer because that's what it's supposed to be. They're supposed to always go with the top seed.
Yep.
But I don't know. That hasn't happened. It's a good question, though.
Hasn't happened yet.
Nope, hasn't happened yet.
Well, that's good. McKenna Murray continues to lead the way. She's in lane 2. We're still without our data, unfortunately. I'm going to keep trying to refresh and blip in the screen real quick. Nope. Not yet.
There was actually a funny, so a guy had came up to us for an event, and he said that this was like way before the event. He told us the song that he wanted, but they couldn't find the song. And that guy, he was like, he wasn't in the ready room. Everyone else was there, but he wasn't. So we had told the whole ready room that they could, if they could think of a song like quick, because there was only like a heat left, then they would so they thought of like a random song, and then after that heat was done, and the lane 4, the guy that originally picked the song, he was on the podium, and he came up to me after, and he was like, what happened to my song? And I was like, oh yeah, they couldn't find your song, so everyone else in the ready room picked a song. And that was pretty funny.
McKenna Murray still leads the way. She's in lane 2. We are continuing to wait for our connection to come back. Quite honestly, I'm not sure we'll even have it before this session ends, so we'll start fresh tonight. Certainly frustrating when little blips on the radar like this happen. McKenna Murray continues to lead the way, though, from Charles River in lane 2. Very solid distance swimmer. She's built up quite the lead over Abby Bauman in lane 6. Bauman's in 2nd, Driscoll in 3rd, Mosher in 4th, Zawalik in 5th. It's Addison McDonald 6th, and Gabriella Harding 7th. So I'm going to try a different cable. to see if that's the issue. Again, with electronics, with all of this stuff, you just never know. Sometimes everything works perfect. Sometimes you run into a little bit of an issue. So we'll continue to do some troubleshooting while we're streaming. McKenna Murray still leading the way from Charles River. Abby Bauman second. Kenzie Driscoll third. They're your top three right now. Mosher is fourth. Zwalik is fifth. McDonald sixth. Harding seventh. So no real change to speak of or to note. No change. Murray, Abby Bauman from Bluefish, Kenzie Driscoll from Commonwealth. So absolutely no change whatsoever. No change except for the fact that Abby Bauman is gaining some ground on McKenna Murray right now. It's less than 3 seconds. Murray has held this lead from the beginning. Let's see what that lead is for McKenna. And it's a second and a half. So here comes Abby Bauman. a second and a half behind. Murray has been leading from the jump. Not sure why the bell was just rung there. That's not the bell for Addison McDonald. Or for Bowman. This is the bell lap for Murray and Bowman. So Bauman has actually overtaken Murray now by 2/100ths of a second, setting up for an amazing finish. We may be getting our data back slowly but surely, folks. And we have it back. Woohoo! So Murray and Bauman, they're stroke for stroke. It looks like it's Abby Bauman who's slightly ahead. She's trying to cap off a great comeback. So it's Murray who outtouches Bauman by 5/100ths. Murray takes first. Bauman takes second. Third place will go to Kenzie Driscoll. Wow, what a race there. Outstanding performances by those two young ladies. I thought we had our data back. We had it back for a slight second. So some definite internet issues here at Brown, unfortunately, right now. McKenna Murray took first, Bauman second, Driscoll third, Mosher fourth. Cora Zawalik takes fifth. It will be Addison McDonald taking sixth, just ahead of Gabriella Harding. Off and running with the men's 800 free. David Steinbrick in lane one. Braden Ando in two. Teddy Sun in three. Thomas Powers Hammond in four. Samuel Reynoso Williams in five. Andrew Song is in six. Ethan Guo is in seven. And Eric Nee is in lane eight. And again, I sincerely apologize for these technical difficulties, folks. Sometimes things are just out of your control. This happens to be one of those times. I think we should be fine later on today into the evening for the finals. But right now, something going on with the data. We'll get it taken care of for you before tonight. Powers Hammond leading the way, followed by Braden Ando and Reynoso Williams. Thomas Powers Hammond continues to lead the way. Unfortunately, typically, as it with most technical issues like this, it's like, all right, you know what? Just reboot your computer and that solves all the problems. So, not going to do that in the middle of a race. So I think we can manage with no graphics for right now. Actually, let's face it, that's what before the graphics came on, that's how we did it. So we will get this thing figured out, though. I don't know what happened again. So the internet is playing some tricks on us here at Brown University. We don't like when it plays tricks. Thomas Powers Hammond continues to lead the way in lane 4. Reynoso Williams in second, Ando third, Steinbrück fourth, Sun fifth, Guo sixth, Song seventh, and Eric Nee is in eighth. Powers Hammond continues to lead the way. It's followed by Reynoso Williams. Powers Hammond, Ando, Reynoso Williams, and Sun, top 4. Steinbrück in 5th. There's the bell for Powers Hammond. He remains the leader by 6 seconds over Reynoso Williams, 10 seconds over Ando. Powers Hammond takes it 8:52.35. Reynoso Williams will take second, 8:59.62. Third place will be Ando, 9:03.19. Sun takes fourth, 9:06.06. Steinbrück fifth, 9:06.94. Guo sixth, 9:09.01. It will be Eric Nee taking eighth. We'll go to heat number 3. I'll give you the lane assignments. Nicholas Wyndham in lane 1, Mateo Smith in lane 2, Grayson Smith in lane 3, Theodore Batmaka in 4, Ara Parsegian in 5, Andrew Brizola in 6, Finlay Page in 7, and it's Nick Kavik in lane 8. Brizola leading the way, followed by Page, the two brown swimmers. Mateo Smith in third in lane 2. Wyndham in fourth, Grayson Smith in fifth, Batmaka sixth, Parsegian seventh, and Kavik eighth right now. Two brown swimmers, Andrew Berzola in 6, Finlay Page in 7. Berzola and Page. Wyndham is moved up into 3rd. Grayson Smith 4th. Mateo Smith 5th. Kavik is moved up into 6th. Batmaka drops down to 7th. Parsegian is dropped down to 8th. So a lot going on. So there's our clock. Berzola continues to lead the way. He's followed by his teammate, Finley Page. It's Mateo Smith in lane 2, who is now moved back up into 3rd. He's followed by Grayson Smith from Phoenix in 3, and Nicholas Wyndham from Greenwood in 1. The bells are ringing loud and clear here at Brown University. Andrew Berzola will be your Heat 3 winner here. Finlay Page will take 2nd. And it looks like the battle for third, Mateo Smith is now pulled away a bit. We're going to go back down to camera 4 and show you this finish. Berzola and Page will go 1 and 2. But it's Mateo Smith with the lead over Grayson Smith. And it will be Mateo Smith taking third. In lane 1, Alex Bilecki. In lane 2, Samuel Kaplan. In lane 3, Evan Hong. In lane 4, Matthew Church. In lane 5, Cale Copeland. In lane 6, Keith Hartman. In lane 7, Ryan Kornacki. And in lane 8, it's Liam Jordan. Our data issues have seemed to be fixed for now. We have our graphics and everything back, as you can see. Hartman leading the way early after the 100. Liam Jordan in first right now. In lane 8 out of Charles River. Kornacki second, Hartman third, Copeland fourth. Hong fifth, Kaplan sixth, Church seventh, and Bilecki eighth. So see, it's a good thing to always carry backups of things because I needed that backup. I try and carry 2 of everything. Some things I have 3 of. And I definitely sometimes need 3 of things. So it should be an exciting evening tonight. Let's take a moment and run through our finals, shall we? We will do that right now. You have all of your graphics on screen, so you don't need me to tell you everything that is happening here. So our fields are set for tonight. Let's see if they've loaded them in. They have. All right, so women's 200 IM, swimming in the C final. We're just going from lanes 1 to 8. Savina Villani, Sarah Bernard, McKenna Murray, Michaela Shokoraver, Addison Abreu, Clara Bodner, Charlotte Hoover, and Sophie Phelps. Swimming in the B final, Irene Yang, Alyssa Kim, Jayla Pina, Cara Dominici, Christina DiPietro, Maria Del Monte, Victoria Novinsky, and Ella Derby. And swimming in the A final, it's Katie White, Alexis Martino, Ashlyn Farris, Malia Umwan, Isabella Schneider, Avery Lord, Sydney Kang, and our top overall seed, Eliza Brown. Moving into the men's 2IM. Swimming in our C final, Chase Gagnon, Quentin Miguel, Zach Bubanovich, Anthony Tazlikov, Damian Figet Kosarev, Teddy Sun, Alexei Avakov, and Galen Carter. In our B final, Matthew Walden, William Carrico, William Kanan, Keenan McKinney, Aiden Wilson, Timothy Johnson, Evan Lyons, and Michael Yang. In our A final, Christopher G, Jacques Marin, Thomas Hagar, Eric Linsison, John Butera, Ray Whitaker, Quinn Caputo, and our top seed is Josh Parent. In the women's 100 free, our C final, Chloe Song, Katie White, Al Anthony, Abigail Topfer, Emily Kang, Ainsley Nayland, Ava Wertnan, and Sydney Kang. Swimming in the B final, Peyton Knightley, Jill Carline, Quinn White, Dana Lee, Megan Reish, Maria Iorini, Alexis Martino, and Isabella Teixeira. In our A final, Anna Bamer, Jacqueline Zipagin, Michaela Shokareva, Shea Ferris, Alyssa Kim, Ava Yablonsky, Naomi Bogom, and our top overall seed, Malia Amwan. Our men's 100 free. C final, Zach Quitkin, Jameson McEnany, Luke Magnuson, Paul Denega, Brian Hickson, Alexei Avakov, Eric Watka, and Ethan McConaughey. In our B final, it's Nicholas Andrews, Samuel King, William Anon, Gabe Lee, Alan Zhang, Christopher G, Ethan Vandewater, and Thomas Denton. And our A final, Theodore Randall, Finlay Page, William McClellan, Aiden Kelly, Thomas Powers Hammond, James Misto, Jaden Bunt, and Jack Marin. Aiden Kelly is our top overall seed. And finally, in the women's 200-meter back, swimming in the C final, it's McKenna Murray, Carson Ide, Isabel Pintoni, Braylon Wilson, Ava Wong, Kayla Zhang, Chloe Akambi, and Christina DiPietro. In our B final, it's Leah Walden, Chloe Wukic, Ainsley Nayland, Maria Del Monte, Cambria Jewett, Ava Yablonsky, and Clementine Robbins, as well as Allison Roach. And your A final will be Isabella Schneider, Quinn White, Ashlyn Farris, Zuri Ferguson, Natalie Mannion, Malia Amwan, Emily Clements, and our top seed, Isabella Corbley. So that's what we got on track for tonight. We'll also have the women's 400-meter free relay, the men's 400-meter free relay, and that'll be it. So once again, we'll be back for finals. We'll probably log in and start talking around 4:45. The senior ceremony is at 5, and then racing will start at when will racing start? 5:15. So should be an exciting night again. Hopefully we don't have any tech issues. Come on, internet here. I'm at the great thing. The great thing and the bad thing about what I do is I'm always at the mercy of the internet. So if the internet, something is wrong, then that's going to affect me. Usually, for the most part, it doesn't go wrong, and it's a good thing. But sometimes there's a blip here, a blip there. You never know. So in any event, even if we do have some data issues with the graphics, we're bringing you the action live. We're telling you what's going on and where everybody finishes, and more importantly, we get all the video for you. So there's the bell for Cale Copeland. He's in lane 5. He's leading the way. Samuel Kaplan in second. It's Keith Hartman in third. Let's see if Hartman can mount a comeback here. Top 3 swimmers almost equidistant apart from each other. It's Copeland. Oh, I missed that. Kaplan's in lane 2 and then Hartman. So Kaplan's in lane 2. Copeland, Kaplan, and Hartman. But it will be Cale Copeland from the Tritons. He will take this one. And with that, folks, that will end our morning session. Again, we'll be back tonight, 4:45. We hope to have a good, clean session to finish our afternoon. Copeland takes first, Kaplan second, Hartman third, Kornacki fourth, Hong fifth. It will be Church in sixth. It looks like Bilecki in lane 1 will take seventh, and Jordan in lane 8 will take eighth.
Thank you, Summers. That concludes this morning session.
So that will conclude our morning session, folks. For the last time, signing off from the 2022 New England Senior Championships, signing off for the second to last time, alongside Jennifer Abreu and Avery Abreu. Jeremy Abreu here. We'll be back at 4:45 for the final session of the evening. We'll see you then. Thank you.